Hi Aquarius, how are you? I hope you had a wonderful December and looking forward to January. So a little bit of a backstory. My name is Elena and I'm new to the YouTube channel, but I love doing tarot readings, so I decided to start my own YouTube channel and doing monthly tarot readings for each zodiac sign. So right now I'm doing your reading Aquarius, and that would be for January 2019. What an exciting thing, right? We're finishing up 2018 and going 2019, and I'm super excited to see what it's in store for you. So how I'm going to do it, I'm going to lay down 3 rows. In each row there's going to be 3 cards. First row is past, second present, and then the last one is future. And at the end I'm going to pull some clarifiers for each card and also an oracle card from the Romance Angel Oracle deck. So let's see, Aquarius, what we got. What's in store for you this month, okay? So let me tilt the camera so you can see. So we have Judgment, the Chariot, the Fool. Wow, a lot of changes for you already. Knight of Wands, 10 of Wands, the Hermit, the Devil, 9 of Cups, and then the 6 of Cups. Okay. So, Aquarius, what can I say? You had a wonderful December. In the first row, and all of these, and these are all major cards, you had a super huge, important December. That a lot of things started happening to you. A lot of things were moving forward. A lot of things were just, you know, moving ahead. Like, what do you needed to do? And you got some clarity. You could have like moved homes. You could have moved jobs. You could have moved. I think it's more about. I'm picking up 2 things here. It could have been that some of you moved homes, and some of you moved or changed from one job to another, and just had new beginnings overall. I feel like going from the Judgment to the Fool, it's almost like having like the World card, where like you completed a cycle and you got what was due to you, and like that you kind of like almost learning the lesson, and then from there things just started happening like quick, and you got that new beginning. Now in the present we have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands I should say, the 10 of Wands in reverse, and then the Hermit. Now the Knight of Wands, it's usually an energy about fast movement, fast. So like I said with the other cards, we had, you know, once you got that completed and learned the lesson, things that just started moving. With the Chariot is something that is just so fast, and because you have that drive, right? And then so the Knight of Wands like reinforces that message of like, once you just dedicated yourself and committed yourself to that new beginning, things are just unraveling with light speed. Now with the next card, the 10 of Wands in reversed, when it's an upright, sometimes it's like a little bit of a downer for me, where it's like you have too much burden, you are carrying so much on your shoulders that, you know, you're not delegating enough, you're not asking for help. But when it's in reversed, I feel like you're letting go of that. You finally learn how to delegate. You've learned what needs to get done, and then not just overwhelming yourself, and then knowing when to retreat, when to take a step back, when to take a vacation that's so much needed for you sometimes, Aquarius. So this followed by the Hermit, I feel like you kind of almost like with this new beginning, it might have been so overwhelming to you that you decided to kind of like, okay, hold on a second, I need this breather. So with the Hermit, it's kind of like almost just taking that breather for you, right? To get in, to like really get clear that I get so much of this like speed and so much happening for you, like in December, that you're like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. Like I need to take a break. So this is like that much deserved break for you, I feel like, where it's like, are things getting out of control, where you have to go within yourself and like, okay, these are really wonderful things that are happening, but is it really something that I want, right? So it's almost like getting clear too, are these things that happen to you and are unraveling so fast, are they for your own good? Some of them are, but like with this card, I feel like that what makes me think it's something that's good for you, but it's also good to like really, you know, like allowing yourself that like a little break, a little vacation, and getting it, you know, within yourself, and just like kind of like connect it with yourself again and checking in. I think this is also a card in this context. It's the card of checking in with yourself. You know, like, hold on, where are you? Where am I? Where do I stand right now? Am I like, do I need a vacation? Even if I can't do it right now, but should I still make it happen? So it's checking in with yourself. You know, it's also, some of you might be dealing with a Virgo that is there for you, but I feel like it's more about like getting in with yourself and checking in with yourself. Now the next row we have the Devil in reverse, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse, and we have the Six of Cups in reverse. Again, all three, like with the previous reading for Pisces, the last card was all three cards in reverse, and they also got the Six of Cups as their last card also. Now what I want to say with this is that once you checked in with yourself, once you did the work that the Hermit requires you to do, you broke away from like those boundaries, those chains. Like, look at the picture, those chains that you're bound to. And I think some of it also has to do with, I really get the sense of like you just working so hard. You're like an workaholic, so just bound by like your responsibilities. But also sometimes the Devil has to do with like bad habits too. Something that really doesn't serve you, but it feels so good, right? Sometimes it has to do with also sexual tension, maybe being over promiscuous, but that's okay too. But I think from like with this, it's like once you checked in with yourself, right? Like did the Hermit work, you realized that, you know, the things that you were doing were not necessarily good for you or in serving your highest purpose. So you were determined to break free from it. You were determined to like let go of that and like really break those chains, you know. And with the next card, the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Cups, it's usually the wish fulfillment. I feel like some of you let go of something that you really wanted, but you knew deep down that that doesn't serve you. And that's hard. That's really hard to do. But also with like the Six of Cups in reverse, it has to do something with the past. I think you let go. I think you had this wish, right? I think you like were so attached to this like one particular thing that you just, you know, like sometimes when you like you want something so bad for so long, and then it's just like it's not happening, but you still want it. And finally when it does, you're like, oh great that it happened, but it might not be the right time when it did happen, right? But you like, oh no, I'm gonna like follow through with it, I'm gonna just like make it happen anyway, even though you do realize that it doesn't serve you, you do realize that it's not good for you. So in this particular, with these three cards, I feel like you just hold on to like that pipe dream, right? Pipe, like either you wanted to prove something. I feel like some of you just had this ego to prove something to somebody that you can do it, and you just kind of had to like, you know, do certain things. So be mindful of that in general, because that's the future, bro. So be mindful of like your ego, be mindful of the pipe dreams, right? Be mindful. And I think that's why this is going to be so important to you to check in and like really assess, because I think a lot of things were happening so fast to you that sometimes, you know, it's just like one of those things, like the thing that comes to mind is like when a CEO has a pile of contracts to sign, right? And there's just pile like another one on top of the other one, but so he doesn't have the time to really read them and really see all of the details that are involved. So it's kind of like that. It's almost like you kind of got into that like routine of like, okay, do, but then you really didn't allow yourself the time to really read the fine print. So, you know, I feel like generally be mindful of that stuff. Be mindful of your pipe dreams, be mindful of your dreams, be mindful of what you wish for, and be mindful of the things that come back from your past, right? Like that loop that you're, telling yourself, like, or whatever the patterns that you had from the past that were like reinforcing those pipe dreams, right? But so let me pull some clarifiers and see what the, extra additional messages come through for each of these cards. And for that, I'm going to use the Actor Tarot deck. And it's a pretty beautiful deck. I really like working with it. So let's see. Let me switch the camera so you can see. So we have, what else can I say? Well, look at this. This is unbelievable. My God. Okay. You have a lot of cycles for you that are completing and almost completing. Okay, so let's see. So the first pair, Judgment, clarified by the Judgment. What else can I say? Aquarius. It's just, it's like the Judgment is the last card. I mean, it's the card before the last, right? Before like completing like a full cycle. So I think you learned your lesson, and you learned it really well. And not only that, but you also got praise for it. I feel like a lot of you got a lot of accomplished and a lot of recognition this month. I mean, in December, for things that you already done. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful thing to go move into December, right? Having that power and that strength of like, oh my, yes, I finally got the recognition that I need. And I feel like this is where with the Devil and everything, it's just like, like you're craving it so much, but you finally got it in December. So you're like kind of like on a roll. It's like, okay, like now that I got this, I want to acknowledge it for the next thing, so, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful energy to move into January. Now, then we have the 10 of Wands clarified by, the 10 of Wands clarifies the Chariot. I feel like, see how like he dropped all of these wands, and look at this. Do you remember what you had? So it's just, yet again, it's you letting go of that burden. And once you do, once you like decided to like, okay, what's the next thing, but like also making sure that you're not over scheduling yourself, I should say, so because like taking one step at a time. Now the next card we have like the 5 of Pentacles clarifying the Fool. The 5 of Pentacles, fives, it's always a card of change, and then with the 5 of Pentacles specifically, it's a card of feeling left out in the cold, like you see in the picture over here, right? But when it's in reverse, it's like getting out of that and then getting back into that church where it's nice and warm, right? There's light, there's food. So it's like getting, like, once you let go of that, like, oh, things are not working out for me, you got that new beginning. So like I feel it's beautiful, it's like learning a lesson and like delegating and not over scheduling yourself allowed you to move into the new month of January with much more determination and speed. So, and then we have the Knight of Cups clarifying the Knight of Wands. So I feel it's like almost like with the Fool, where you just want to get things done, you like rushing in, because the Knight of Cups, it's somebody that's a little bit immature. So be mindful of, like just not doing things for the sake of doing them. So it's just, like not being like the little immature little kid that's like, oh, like, just wanted things for just because, So be mindful of what you want and how you want it, and then just like the people around you, and how you treat your people. Because like I said, there's going to be so much happening, and then so much happen in December that don't let that get to your head. So we have the 9 of Wands clarifying the 10 of Wands in reversed. I love this just because see how these two people are in this picture. I feel like I think this has to do with delegation, like really letting others people help you. And you learned that. You learned that that needs to get done, and you did it, And see like how they also like scarred and battle you know, like coming through. I don't know if you can see it, but like the real details. It's a beautiful card where it's like they kind of like battle mates, you know. So you had like trust, delegate to people that you trust, delegate to people that, and like not even delegate as much as like unburden yourself, be it emotionally, be it actually like physically, taking some projects that you know that other people can do and then let them do them and let go of that control, you know, because there are people that are there to help you. Now we have the Death clarifying the Hermit, the Death in reverse. Death in reverse, I feel it's the same as almost as like an upright, is just more slow movement. So I feel like with all of these changes happening for you in December and then going into January, like that checking in I think will be really important to you, and then letting go, like the Death, I think it has to do with the devil too, of like letting go of the things that don't serve you. So not being afraid of doing that, not being afraid to like letting go of, like you said, like that pipe dream, right? So that checking in is going to be really, really, really important. I cannot state that enough. This month, if anything you do this month, check in with yourself as much as you can, and check in where you are, where you stand, and where things are with you, with your relationships, and with your business, finances, and house matters. Next we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying the Devil in reverse. It's just, you know, it's like Three of Pentacles, it's a card to me where it's like you ask for help and you have, you know, but ask for help for somebody that has more knowledge than you. And as the partnerships, it's like that, you know, when you go back to school and then you have the teachers, it's almost like being involved with the teachers on this, like they give you information and you learn, and then you can get that information back into your field or something like that. But when it's in reverse, I feel like it's like you wanted something out of a partnership, you wanted something out of a friendship or a business relationship that maybe, you know, wasn't working. It could be also has to do with like a specific person that was just negative, very negative, and very bringing you down, bringing the energy down, bringing, you know, causing kind of like a little stir and drama. So, you know, check in with yourself about that too. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles clarifying the Knight of Cups. I think, remember when I said the pipe dream? And the Knight of Cups, like look at him. It's like almost like the knight in shining armor of like, oh, look at what I got, look at my present. So I feel it's like almost like trying to prove that. And like I said before, it's like letting go of that ego of trying to prove something to somebody, you know? It's like, and also wanted things to happen really fast, you know, because you got so used to them happening so fast that you got into like that mode of like, oh, why they're not happening, you know? Because nights, it's a slow moving energy. And with the Nine of Cups in reverse, it's like you want something, but it's not happening when you want it. So you just get like almost like starting a tantrum. You know, why is it not happening? Well, you know. So be patient, Aquarius, this month. You know, because things will happen. We'll start moving. But with the World in reverse, clarifying the Six of Cups, there's something from your past that you haven't finished, and that's why you can move forward with this dream of yours. So check in with yourself, see what was it from like December, even prior months, that it could be a relationship, again it could be finance. I have a feeling this has to do a lot with partnerships, contracts, work matters, and projects, more than like love relationships for you this month. So really check in. Was there something that you left undone? Was there something that you left unsigned? You know, or did you not follow through with something that you were supposed to follow through? And hence, once you do, you're gonna get that wish fulfillment. You're gonna get that things happen to you, that dream that you wanted, that pipe dream, when that might be a pipe dream after all. It might actually happen, but it only will happen once you finish stuff from your past. Once you finish and close a cycle that you haven't closed yet, you know? So, I mean, overall, I feel like for you this month, it's really important to check in you know, things are just unraveling so fast for you that checking in is really important. And patience, because things will happen. And you know, think about the things from the past that you haven't finished, because you know, like with January being the first month of the new year, like everybody's setting intentions and everything. But yes, it's great to set intention and it's a wonderful thing to do, but if you haven't follow through with your goals and intentions from the prior year, how are you going to be able to move forward? You know, and I think this is like where these wands come through, right? Where it's like, are you putting on your plate more than you can handle? Have you just, you know, like, did you let go? Did you finish all of these things first? So you just have only one thing to focus on, you know? So be mindful of that. Now, let me pull one last card, and this would be an additional message from the Romance Oracle deck, which I really, really love. So let's see what's the message for you. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this is like, that's what makes me think of like this whole reading is about, has to do with projects and then delegation. You know, like your things that you wanted to achieve, but you just haven't, because you're just taking upon yourself so much that you're not allowing others to help you, even though when they can. So let your friends help you, Aquarius. You know, you have people around you that know what they're doing, and then trust them that they're doing the right thing, you know. So this is it for you this month, Aquarius. And if you liked, and if this reading resonated with you, please like the video. And if you want to hear what's in store for you in the month of February, subscribe to my channel and you'll get the notification when the next video is up. So for now, this is it, and I wish you a wonderful, wonderful January, and I'll see you soon. Bye.